Have you ever pondered the deep, mysterious bond between whales and the land down under Australia? Our story begins in the misty realms of the past when the indigenous people of Australia looked upon the majestic whales not as mere animals, but as sacred totems of their culture. In the Dreamtime stories, whales were powerful beings. Their journeys through the vast oceans mirrored in the tribal wanderings across the land. From these ancient narratives, a profound connection was forged between the people and the whales, a bond deeply rooted in respect and reverence. This bond took a turn with the advent of the early whaling industry. Whales became a source of economic prosperity, their oil lighting up homes, and their bones shaping corsets. Yet this exploitation marked a stark contrast to the reverence of the past, forever altering the relationship between Australians and these marine giants. From being revered in ancient cultures to being hunted in the past, the relationship between whales and Australians has seen many tides. The 19th century marked the beginning of a dark chapter in the history of whales in Australia. This era saw the rise of the whaling industry, an economic boom that came with a heavy price. The hunt for whales was relentless, driven by the global demand for whale oil and baleen. At the heart of this industry were species like the southern right whale and the humpback whale, sought after for their abundant oil and baleen. The industry flourished, but the cost to the whale populations was devastating. The southern right whale, once abundant in Australian waters, saw its numbers dwindle alarmingly. The humpback whale fared no better, pushed to the brink of extinction. It was a harsh lesson in the consequences of unchecked exploitation. The once thriving whaling industry left a deep scar on the whale populations around Australia, leading to a dramatic change in our relationship with these marine giants. As the 20th century dawned, the tide began to turn for whales in Australia. A profound shift in public sentiment emerged, decrying the whaling industry that had once thrived. The voices of conservation began to ring louder than the calls for commerce. Australia took decisive action. Whale sanctuaries, like the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park, were established, providing much-needed havens for these gentle giants. Simultaneously, the scientific community delved deeper into understanding these majestic creatures. Research unraveled the complexity of whale communication, their intricate social structures, and their indispensable role in the marine ecosystem. These concerted efforts bore fruit. The whale populations, once on the brink of extinction, began to recover. Humpbacks, southern rights, and even the elusive blue whales started to make a comeback, their numbers steadily increasing year after year. The transformation was astounding. The once hunted whales have now become a symbol of Australia's commitment to marine conservation, a testament to the power of empathy, understanding, and action. Today, Australians share a unique bond with these majestic creatures. Whales are more than just awe-inspiring giants of the sea. They are symbols of our culture, our history, and our commitment to conservation. Our connection with them is reflected in the flourishing whale-watching tourism industry. Every year, countless individuals flock to our shores, their hearts filled with anticipation and excitement to catch a glimpse of these magnificent beings. This industry not only boosts our economy, but also fosters a deep appreciation for whales and the vital role they play in our ecosystem. However, despite our efforts, threats to these creatures persist. Pollution, climate change, and entanglement in fishing gear continue to pose serious risks. It's essential that we don't let our guard down. Through continued conservation efforts, we can combat these threats and ensure the survival of whales. As we continue to learn and respect these magnificent creatures, we ensure that the song of the whales will echo through Australia's waters for generations to come.